The recent landmark announcement of the GST revision has made a major impact in the automotive industry also. To tell us what level of impact it will have across the passenger vehicle industry, and also how a leading player like Hyundai is going to chart its next phase of growth, we have with us Tarun Garg, Chief Operating Officer at Hyundai Motor India. Tarun, thanks for sparing your time. First of all, tell us the GST revision which has been announced. First of all, it makes passenger vehicles affordable across the spectrum at the net level also, even though in some cases it has gone up from 28 to 40%, but in some cases it's gone down from 28 to 18%. Tell us in terms of its impact on the overall per capita ownership of vehicles in India. Would it make a significant impact according to you?
Absolutely, and thank you, Sumantra, for having me here. And at the outset, I'd like to thank the Honorable Prime Minister for really bringing in the GST 2.0 reforms. I believe this will be great impetus for the Indian economy and, of course, for the car industry as well. So you mentioned about the price cut. So almost for the less than 4-meter cars, the price cut is in the range of about 8 to 9.5%, so which is huge, In last 20 years, I've never seen this kind of a price cut. And for the bigger car as well, where the GST comes, the overall tax incidence comes down from 3% to 10%, the price cut is about 3.5% to 5%, 6%. So I think it's a big price cut, and I believe the car penetration in India is about 34 per thousand, and this will really bring in more first-time buyers in the fold. More importantly, I believe that for the same price which the customer was willing to pay earlier, now he can buy a better car, he can buy a car with more features, he can buy a car which is more safer, whether it has ADAS level 2, whether it has more connectivity, 6 airbags, technology, automatics. So I think this will really, at both ends of the spectrum, this is really going to boost the car industry and, of course, the consumption as well.
Does it also make you wish you had still maintained your presence in the entry-level car segment,
Absolutely
which you exited
not.
some time back?
Absolutely not. I think the customers' aspiration will continue to rise in India, and we are seeing that. Look, we are very much there. Whether you see the hatches, we are there with Nios and i20. You see the Aura and the Verna, the sedan segment, and the Exter segment. I think one thing which is very important, Samantra, is that if you see the majority of the car purchase happens in the 6 lakh to 10 lakh rupees segment. And Hyundai has so many models there.
That would be how much at the industry level?
I would say that is contributing probably to close to 40% and more, maybe 45%. And that is where the chunk is. And that is where we have such a huge chunk of models. And even now, I believe with the GST going down, I think that is a segment where we have Exter, we have Venue, which is going to probably see the maximum growth. Of course, growth will come everywhere, whether it's entry-level hatch or whether it is the premium SUVs. But I think the majority of the growth will be at
in terms of the growth rate,
because that takes care of both affordability as well as aspiration. So I think this is where the maximum.
So for Hyundai, how much is that segment, the sub 4-meter, in terms of contribution?
No, for Hyundai, 60% is in the 18% GST and 40% is in the 28% GST. So for us also, the majority is still in the 18% GST. But within that, I think the Venue and the Extra segment is one where we feel the maximum growth can happen.
And this will also, one thinks that it will also increase the ratio or proportion of first-time car buyers at the household level.
Yes, because if you see, like I said, the first-time buyers are continuously going up for Hyundai in any case, but now the opportunity is even more. So because more and more customers, it will become more affordable, and of course they can buy more cars. Car penetration in India still has a long way to go. We are at 34 per thousand. I think with a population with a median age of 29, I think the opportunity is huge.
And for Hyundai, how are you preparing for the next phase of your growth?
I would say,
because now you have a new plant also operational well into the.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you're also facing stiffer competition.
Yes, but you see, I call it a double engine growth for Hyundai, because exports anyway were doing well. Last few months, we have really pushed the accelerator on the exports. In fact, April to August, the exports have been growing by 12.5%. The contribution of revenue of exports to the total has gone up from 21-22% of last year to 26-27% of now. So I think this is very good. And now with the GST cut coming in, domestic will also see a good growth. Plus, the Pune plant is coming at the right time. So if you see, Samantra, our capacity at 824,000 will add 1,70,000 to it. So almost reaching 1 million with the Q3 of financial 25-26. And we have been able to marry our new model cycle with this capacity as well. So, and of course, across powertrains. I already mentioned about EVs, the entire EV ecosystem. The battery packs have been localized with the local Indian manufacturer. The cell manufacturing is going to start soon. The charging infrastructure, the 6 new models including in EVs, including upgrades. Hybrids we have already announced. So you see, whether it is the across segments, whether it is across powertrains, whether it is capacity, whether it is new models, the entire pieces are becoming very, very good. And of course, now we are listed, fully Indian. I think this is all pieces coming together as to really fuel the second phase of Hyundai Motor India's Limited's growth in India.
You touched about the EV part, because at your level, I know the affordable EV will be very key. When do we expect that? And in terms of the EV kind of contribution?
I know this question about when is always asked from all OEMs, all marketers, but I would say kabhi-kabhi intezar mein maza hai, and at the right time, you will see that a flurry of products coming from us. But please wait. We will inform you at the right time. But don't wait to buy your car, because this is the right time to buy your car. You have the new prices, you have the festival season, you have some great offers, and the customer, and of course you have the stock as well. So I think everything is going to buy the car now.
And lastly, many people, the GST reform announcement has also made many people forecasters revise the industry level growth projection, which, if I recall correctly, Sam had said about 1 to 2% some months ago for the current year. Now, people are saying it could be upward of 5%.
So Sumantra, if you see April to August, TIV is -2. But if you see the CAGR of 5 years, it is at about 4.5 to 5%. So how I see it is that this -2 of April to August will change to +5 September onwards. Okay. So the swing of about 7% is what I am forecasting. Very difficult to forecast, but still I like to stick my neck out based on the past experience that probably this kind of a swing, which will be very good, which means we are back to the CAGR levels. And who knows, once the momentum starts building in, maybe we can
next fiscal it will be even better.
Yes.
Okay, on that note, Tarun, always a pleasure talking to you. Best wishes to you and your team.
Thank you, Sumantra.
Thank you.